wrong for the online meta. It's probably right for real life, but I'm trying a Cry because there's been so much White Weenie, and I expect more White Weenie after the Mythic Invitational. Even though the Mythic Invitational is technically best of one, and it has a weird shuffling algorithm, so people shouldn't look at those results at all in terms of best of three play, especially without the algorithm, but still just think they will. So we went up one Cry, down one Kai's Wrath. I moved the Kai's Wrath to the board, and we also added one Eldest Reborn over the second Bell Haunt that I normally play because of both Temur Reclamation and the Jeskai Niv Mizzet decks that have been running around. When realistically, I feel like that Eldest Reborn should probably just either A, be the other Bell Haunt again, because I believe there's that many Red Deck Wins decks around, while it's equally pretty good still versus the White Weenie decks. Or it should just probably be an Unmoored Ego, which is a deck, or a card that I absolutely hate. It just feels like it's the right card versus these Niv Mizzet decks. They have such good card advantage that it feels like it's really hard to beat Explosion. But I'm not sure. Anyway, hey an opponent! Accidentally turned accidentally turned the volume off. Am I on to play? Oh, I am on to play. We don't need this anymore. We're not playing Dredge. This hand's sweet if we can find lands, and we have both of our ways to try to find an early land drop. Oh look, that's a mountain. It's time to see if it's red deck wins or something else. Hopefully it's one of those little red-green decks. It is red deck wins. Alright. Guess I'm taking the risk factor. Because it is 4 damage. It's also 3 mana, so maybe I shouldn't have. We're going to miss that Bell Haunt now, I believe. Kind of unfortunate. I feel like I need to play this to try to find our answer for this chain whirler. Oh, he has different heartlands. Well, that's neat. We get that little bit of extra information this game, potentially. Light up the stage, has found them another land and a lightning strike. Hey. Sorry, not another land. That land. Well, that sucks. They still have 5 points of damage. Well, we don't want to take any more from that thing, so I guess we'll just go ahead and use this. Between the risk factor, the lightning strike, and the shock, this could be a problem. And another risk factor. We're going to lose this game. Oh, risk factor is the card you want to win this match. From their side. I literally can't cast shock here. I've actually not read them all. I'm pretty lazy. I guess you get to get the cards. I just can't take any more damage. We're going to have to find some absorbs. What have you been into, JJ? I got paired versus the red deck wins player who has the main deck risk factors, which is horrendous for me. Shock as well, or lightning strike rather. They tap 2 mana. Wish I hadn't took the Bell Hunts out of the sideboard. It's probably game because I did. But they do have to have 2 spells. Maybe we'll get lucky and draw an absorb. We could still win with an absorb, but it's probably fairly unlikely. Do know they have this in hand, so they can only have 5 things. Only. Another little 4 life here. And I'm dead. They wouldn't cast that shock right in that spot if they didn't also have a skewer or another shock. Or another burn spell, I'll just rephrase. Yeah, it was a pretty good tournament. Typically don't like negate in a match like this, but I actually do bring negates in versus a risk factor build. Yeah, Nicobolus is sweet. A lot of them are pretty sweet, but I've not read them all. I usually don't read too many spoilers because I don't brew, so it doesn't really help me. don't spec anymore either. I used to spec a lot. I don't think I can keep that. I think this hand's better. Just realized our opponent's name is Darius. I wonder if they play League of Legends. No, not really. I just actually done rather well specking. I just lost interest and it's a lot of work. To like keep up with it and stuff. No, I would have never bought Bitcoin to begin with, and if I did, I would have certainly sold out long before it ever reached its peak. I guess I need that. Long before it ever reached its peak. It'll light up the stage, just a quick negate. Our opponents played more spells than us. With one land. That's just cool. I need at least 2 mana to kill this. So, if they miss a land drop this turn, we're probably winning. Well, it's a good thing that the library was enough because we wasn't getting anything anytime soon. Draw. I think I want Chemister's Morven to Teferi. This is a keep. We don't really have anything going on, can get burned out, but you can't mulligan a hand like this. Well, I have 3 board wipes still. I don't really want to overload on board wipes, especially when I have 6 2-mana removal spells and 3 3-mana removal spells. So I have 9 removal spells that are 3 mana or less. And then I also have the 3 board wipes that are 3 mana. I have 3 cries in the deck. We also have Teferi as a win con and Kaya the Planeswalker as a win con. So we have 5 different cards that are win cons, 3 different types. Yeah. Like, I sideboarded these out because these only hit Goblin Chain Whirler, and I have the 3 mana one in because it hits Fanatical Firebrand, Lava Runner, and Viashino. Obviously, the Cry can also hit a Lava Runner that's going wild, but with 6 of these 2 mana spells, you know, the 9 spells I was just talking about, I don't expect a Lava Runner to run wild too often. Why doesn't it? The fairy's how I win most of my games. Hit another light up the stage. Well, our hand's not going to lose to creatures, but how bad will burn kill us is the question. This is a bad sign. They don't have any creatures. Our hand doesn't really win then. I mean, yeah, if you answer all 5 of my win conditions, I'm going to lose, but I'm a control deck. I can't just overload with kill conditions. That's an interesting sideboard card. I've saw it before. I don't think it's good. Like, I don't care if they take out the fairy and none of the other cards in our hand matter. We'll leave that on top. See what 3 arts these are. So this one. I got surprised about what card I was going to draw for a second. Wow, they're not playing their land. That indicates to me that there's no Experimental Frenzies in their deck. That is this land. Sure. Probably not going to attack with that. Don't care if they deal to 1 point of damage to me. Well, I like our spot here. You'd wait? Wait on what? Uh, yeah, sure, it can deal 4 damage to me. I mean, that the enchantment. What you're saying is, uh, they'd still get the same giant momentum turn. Like I'd be forced into using a braid, right, or the absorb on it, when I would prefer to mortify it. So like they're going to get that turn either way, I think, unless I draw exactly an untapped land, of course. But there's no guarantee that we're going to draw an untapped land. So like right now they get to deal 4 to me if they want. Oh, shoot, they get to do a lot more to me than I had hoped for. But they know I'm going to kill that. Yeah, I want 5 mana untapped. I'm going to have 5 mana untapped, so. I feel like they should have risk factored me that turn. I kind of feel like I'm just too far ahead now. But obviously, if we just draw lands and they draw pure heaters, they're going to be good. We have this absorb though, which probably wins the game. That one definitely wins the game. At 3 counter spells, they have 3 cards. Might not even try to save at the ferry. Not tapping below these absorbs this game, so. Yeah, congratulations, Teferi. You won a game as usual. Their hand was horrendous, though. So we got pretty lucky there, I feel. What was our opponent's record? 0-0? How cute. Uh-oh. Not a reasonable hand here. We'll need to draw one of our 5 sweepers, or some of our removal spells. What do you have, opponent? You have nothing. Alright, well if they brick this turn, we're in good shape. Did they brick? They did. Yay us. I guess I just let that resolve since I already have to cry. I'll use this one. Save the cry in case they have a Tithe Taker or a Dento. If they play something bigger than the cry, we still have the Teferi. If we didn't have the Teferi, I might not play that like that. Well, we got a little lucky there. Pretty much similar sideboarding. Pretty much anytime I bring Libers in, I take some number of Teferis out. Ten, 4. This hand's super slow. Think we can do better. We didn't do better. I think we did better in the end, but this hand's like pretty clearly not good. Could have been worse though. Ooh, Johnny's sweet. Get 2 ways to potentially kill that Johnny while having removal spells in hand is pretty nice. To see what they do if their turn. They shocked, didn't they? Well, we'll have to see if they have it. They clearly have it, but can double block here, not. Oh wow, we can double block there because of how they played their turn. We lose both of our things? I'm not sure it's ever worth losing both of our things. So we lose both of our things and then they get to play a thing. I think I'd rather just do this then. Let's me block again next turn. I think it's better overall. Actually, it was terrible. I should have double blocked here. Not double blocking was really bad, I think. I wish I could take it back and double block now. Yeah. That was a play mistake, too. I have to kill that one, though. I played this game really bad. Might have been able to win this game. If I'd played it better. Probably would have won this game had I played it better. Kind of was a little on autopilot there, and that was pretty bad for me. I actually do like these a little bit on the play. I don't like these too much. That was very poor play, though, by me. I just don't think we can keep hands like that. I think this hand's much better. I don't think I can keep that. See what they play this turn. They have a Wrath of God. We could die if we don't draw another land. Could technically die even if we do. Because they're still going to have 3 power. But yeah, we need our lands super bad now. That gets the flip. There's nothing I can do about that without drawing another sweeper. And we missed our land. That's the brutal part here, missing the land. Yeah. Oh well. A good match, but nothing I can really do now. It's not dead. Conclave too. Alright. Well, lost one of our best matches, but I think I played poorly in game 2 and in game 3, and we had to mulligan, and I just missed the land. Didn't have any of my 6-2 mana spells or my 6-3 mana spells, so didn't have any of my 12 spells. What I would consider the 12 most important spells in the match. Probably should have played a Drowned Catacomb on that turn. Alright, what do we got here? We got a bunch of Jade Light Rangers. Alright, well, we're going to take a random Jade Light Ranger. Don't want you. Sucks that they had so many. There's a breeding pool. There's a Jade Light. They hit another Crassus. Crassus isn't particularly good versus me in my opinion, but I don't have the mana to even beat the board, so what do? That was a play mistake too. I should have played Drowned Catacomb. God, I'm playing bad right now. I'm playing really, really bad right now. I was supposed to be contempting on this turn. That's potentially game costing. It's so bad that I have to absorb anything they play. Like, I don't have the option not to absorb because of how bad my play was last turn. I'm locked in on having to play this as well. Don't want you. Might as well play you just for the scry. There's nothing in their hand I care about, but we need to make sure I can find a card I do care about. It's also a good chance that I should have taken the cast down. To guarantee that I get to gain my life this turn. They could have used a cast down to counter that. If they hit a Vivian or something, the game's over. So they got the two Crassuses back. Pretty brutal. That was a great top deck. Probably wasn't as good as the top deck of a Vivian in that spot, but it was still really, really good. Alright, deck. Give us a Teferi. There's a Vivian. As stated, that was probably their best draw. We need a Cow's Wrath, but there's only two in my deck right now. Two in my main deck. I don't know how we get out of this. We have one contempt left in our deck, so we're running on fumes in terms of stopping the Vivian. That was horrible for me. I really needed them not to have the third Wildgrowth Walker there. Wildgrowth Walker isn't a particularly good card in this spot, but it forces me to have Kai's Wrath next turn now. I have to be able to tick up, so I don't have even an option. Or sorry, I have to be able to tick down or the game's over, so. It was very close to over anyway. Those didn't really do it. Feels like the game's been over since they've drew Define Finality. But we are still casting spells and playing Magic, so who knows. I'm not sure what ungodly, like, sequence of cards we need to draw to win this. If they have another land, that's lethal. Right? No. Never mind. Yeah. Huh? Definitely want you. Definitely want you. Don't really want any of these cries. Kinda want you. Don't really want you. Don't really want you. Don't love you. Also don't hate you. Games go long enough that I think I want all of everything else, so... Huh. What else can I side out? Hey, Fault Erasure's not the best. It's like that game we drew multiple Fault Erasures, but it didn't matter because it just had Finality. Sand seems fun. It's kind of weird anytime you're bringing in an extra Wrath of God, but I also brought in 6 creatures. The Hostage Shakers are kind of just like 4 mana removal spells for Cries, though. Or Crassuses, rather, not Cries. One of us needs to cast something. I have enough other kill conditions that I don't care. Don't care if they take my Teferis. Like, I'm gonna... Don't get me wrong, I want my Teferi, but... Yeah, this is one of those cards that doesn't feel like it's a good sideboard card, but may or may not work. If I'd cared about a card like this, I would have played a card like this on turn 3. Or whenever I drew it. What do they have here? Carnage Tyrant and Crushing Canopy. Plus a finality. Well, we have to take the Carnage Tyrant because we don't have another answer to it at the moment. And because of that, I'm not actually able to cast a Thief of Sanity right now. Cool. Did I just play this to stall the Carnage Tyrant a turn? I know they can kill it, but... do I care if they can kill it? If it stops the 6 power from coming down? I don't think I do. We can definitely flip search if we want. Yes. What do we got? Nothing. Fun. Actually going to counterspell this. Not so much that I care about that other card resolving, but gaining this free life gives me an extra turn. Nice. Got a card that mattered too, which is always fun. Because we're going to have to beat this twice now, at least. Alright, well, we don't have to care about that, which is nice. Clicked on the wrong one, but that's okay. Found the first one. Alright, well, we gotta do that again. Because we already know about the memorial. But we also know that we've saw 23 cards. Or, sorry, there's only 23 unknown, and we're going to get to see 5 more on the following turn. So we have a fairly high chance to hit it. We don't have to have it this turn. Alright. So we know the 9 cards on the bottom. Do they just top deck perfect? Sure. We have to work so hard for ours. We might mill ourselves out this game. Another good one. Vivian was really good, because now they can kill their Krasis. So we have to kill the Vivian. Could have killed it with an attack, but I want to attack their life total. And I wanted to gain life. I want to gain all the life we can get at the moment, and we have extra contempts. If I didn't care about the actual life gain, obviously I would have just attacked, but I actively want to gain that 2 life here because we know they're bringing the Carnage Tyrant back, and I want to try to get us in a spot to where we're not on a 2-turn clock. And we've saw almost the entire bottom of the deck, so... That's unfortunate. And that's why that's unfortunate. Where they specifically left 2 mana up, we basically knew they were going to cast something good. So how many fiefs do we have left? 1 fief. So we have 2 fiefs left? Okay, we have 2 fiefs left. Still have enough cards to technically win. We just have to protect the next fief really hard. We'll look for that other absorb or the thought erasure as well. Okay. Don't care a whole lot about them bringing back Carnage Tyrant here. Don't care about them bringing Krasis back at all. At this point, I should really be writing these cards down. Oh, I didn't mean to take that. I was trying to unhighlight it. Oh, daggers. Whatever. I don't really want any of those. But we'll see what they have anyway. A bunch of negates and a hostage taker. Kind of sad at my misplay there. I'm only even spending this to find our other fault erasure. So we know it is the 4th card down. This gives me another entire turn. We'll take the hostage taker here because we don't care about the disdainful stroke any. I don't actually want that on top of my library. And the Jade Blight Ranger would have made me mill it anyway. If I'd been keeping track of what was on my library, I would know whether this is a good play or not, and it turns out it was a terrible play. But we know we're drawing a Thief of Sandy next turn, so we've got that going for us. We're going to take the 7. Yeah, taking that card earlier is going to cost me this game. Unless I hit really good with this Thief of Sanity. And by really good with this Thief of Sanity, I mean any creature. I hit a creature. I should have been specific. That creature doesn't do anything. Oh, that creature doesn't do anything. Huh. Why didn't they attack? It can't get better for them, can it? Wow. Um, if only I knew the top card of my library. I think it's a land. Actually, I could have played Crassus for one. You're right. I should have. At least 1 point of damage doesn't matter, though. But I could have played it a turn or two ago. But you know, you were 100% right. And if they have a removal spell, I lose, but I lose because of my play error. I should have an extra card in my deck right now. I should have played Decrasis. So, it wouldn't be me losing. It wouldn't be the match losing. It would be the player losing it, you know? There should have been another card in my library here, so it shouldn't have been particularly close. But no, I played bad. Good call, Dumbo. I don't know if I would have caught that. These matches are going to play out like this. Maybe I want the Eldest Reborn as well. Also, if they're playing Unmoored Ego, maybe I want one less of those. I think I want this back on the draw. Hmm. Maybe I should have got 2 Teferis. Sticking a Teferi is still pretty nice, though. Yeah, this hand's fine. We could lose this game very quickly, but I can't really get rid of a turn 2 search. We have no removal, though. We definitely have the wrong side of our deck here. Rip. Two lands, come on. Don't get Mole Drifter every time. Can we draw our land? It's important. We did. We have Absorb for Planeswalker. We have Chemist's Insight for anything else. Land? Yes, again. Again, don't really put as much value into Teferi as I probably should have, or probably should. So therefore, I will just slam it. If they have Carnage, they have Carnage. I don't care. If they have Contempt, they have Contempt. I don't care. If they have Krasis, I certainly don't care. See if we hit a removal spell. Get rid of that. Whoops. Blue, black. Hostage taker. Hey, Mike, what's up? No, I'll probably play more MTGO than Arena still. I feel like I do anyway. Maybe I don't. I guess I have to take the Krasis. Leave that on top. Pump that up. No, I still think I play more MTGO than anything. Ooh, that Duress is going to be a good draw next turn. So we'll start with this. Then we'll shoot this out because we know... so I want to get rid of that real quick. Guess we'll put that one in the graveyard. What have you been into, Mike? What have you been into, Dumbo? I've been watching you stream a little baseball on my TV. I can't chat when I'm on my TV. Technically not logged in or anything. So we know they're drawing a Duress, but there's no card in our hand we care about. Yep. They do have this, which is a card I do care about, but... Start with this. Ooh. Guess I'm gonna lead with one of these. I don't know if I need to leave up Cast Down plus Chemister's Insight. But I'm going to. Because things. Cleaning my glasses off, sorry. For the small delay there. I didn't pay attention to what land they played last turn. I need to scroll up. Breeding Pool. Alright. So they played a Breeding Pool last turn, a Cemetery this turn. And then they got their Krasis back. Nice. What have you mostly been playing in Arena? That obviously resolves. I have no 2-mana counter spell. I have no Syncopate or anything. Ooh, that could be a good one. Uh-oh, Spaghetti-O. Give him something to kill, I guess. And leave up our other chemist's insight. Mostly best of one, a little best of three. What do you like in best of one? Alright, well hopefully they can't kill Teferi and Thief. I'd like to untap with one of the two. Yeah, drafting is really expensive. Oh, I'm such a bad Magic player. I knew they had this. Why did I cast my Thief? Well, I had the removal spell. I didn't know they were going to hit a rest, obviously. I can also just put it back in my hand too and just replay it if I want with the Teferi, but I likely won't be doing anything like that. I think that was probably a misplay by me. Seems like there was no reason to make that risk. They have a negate and a bunch of creatures. And a cast down. And a Jade Light Ranger. Oh, I only have 5 minutes left too. I can't really think anymore, can I? Alright. See if we get lucky. We did not get lucky. Go ahead and kill that now. I should have played the Hello Fountain. Different arts are confusing. I think I'm going to lose this game. So we know they have an answer for that Thief in the cast down. We know they have a Jade Light Ranger. And we know they have a negate in case we do draw a Wrath. So we're going to lose this to Fairy. There's nothing we can really do to stop from losing this to Fairy. We have to try to find a Wrath plus a counterspell. Or step one, I guess. We've already gone through one of our Wraths. Yes, they are. Definitely, definitely are. This could just be good enough to win. In this spot. Did you get all of the promo ones that they gave out? Assuming our FIFA Sandy hits remotely well, like we can outrace 5 damage. I thought I sideboarded that out. Vivian, Contempt. We'll take the Contempt. Don't care about a little bit of damage. A common's 600 for a common kind of like surprised me a lot. I did not expect that. I assume they're going to keep that. Alright, I'm worried about running out of time right now. I'm not worried about actually losing. Oh, you get a playset? I did not realize that. I did not realize you got a playset. I'll take their negate. I'll put that in the graveyard. That card's kind of good here. This could be a game where I run out of time because of streaming. Alright, that should be the game. It's just having the time to close at this point. I'm just going to take this Hydroid Crassus. Make like a 7/7 or something. 3, 4, 5. I want 3 counter spells left open, so yeah, 7/7 should be enough. I want both my counter spells. I don't know why I said 3. I don't care about this. I should have made it an 8/8. Should have attacked for one more turn. Not attacking for one more turn was a play mistake. This is a play mistake too. I shouldn't be doing this. Now if he's got double removal, if he's got a removal spell, I lose to Crassus. Oh wow. He's not taking the Hydroid? Alright, well I have a 3-turn clock. That was a play mistake though. I should have left both counter spells up. It's just me trying to get ahead of myself because I'm nervous on the clock now. Yeah, I don't care about that. Nothing I play now. I play nothing now that doesn't try to stop this Crassus, I guess. They're just going to get their own Crassus back, though, which is a problem. And I'm probably going to lose. And I'm probably going to lose because of my play that I made last turn. 11 points of flying attack. This isn't the right play, but this is in a manner just so I can try to press F6 twice. This is not the correct play. The correct play is to play around them getting another hostage taker. These multiple last turns were not correct. But like I said, I ran out of time. I couldn't win this match. This match couldn't be lost. That sucks. Couldn't be lost. Don't care about that. Like, even now, there's another Kyle's Wrath in my deck, but I don't have time to go find it, I believe. If I'm wrong and there's not another Kyle's Wrath in my deck, then maybe I couldn't win. I just can't win. This was a game I lost only because I'm streaming. Yeah, I knew there was another Kyle's Wrath in my deck, so I knew I still win this game if it goes out to full. That sucks. Oh well. Sometimes you lose a game because you're streaming. It's not that big of a deal. I'm not worried about it. Just have to win the next two now. But I made about... When I saw the 5 minutes was warning pop up, I knew the game was going to take a super long amount of time, and I made probably 24 play mistakes in that 5 minutes, all based on not having enough time to think whatsoever. Jadelight Ranger, interesting. We up against a potential brew. Alright. Well, as much as I would like to play the cast down to prevent damage, we have to try to find a land. If we don't find a land, the game's just over. If we do find a land, we probably just win. Wouldn't have considered that a good card versus my deck, but what do I know? Well, we found a land. We get to continue playing Magic. I didn't cast down, like they could have a counterspell now, but the reason that I didn't cast down in that particular spot was I was hoping, like if they were playing Hadana's Climb, I wanted to have a cast down to stop the counter from going on and it flipping. Don't really care about that. It's another Path of Discovery. I didn't think the first one was good, so I certainly doubt I'm going to care about the second one. Hadana's Climb's basically the only card I care about anymore. I'd rather just have that. I know I could have flipped Search this turn, but I don't know what's in their deck, so I'm not going to Chemist's Insight yet. Not sure whether I should be keeping the Cry, and I don't want to dump a land until I know. If they don't play anything this turn, I'm going to dump the Cry. Probably should have dumped the Cry last turn. We have a million extra mana anyway. Oh. Show me what you're working with. Don't know if they have Blinkety Eye or whatever. Not going to risk it. Going to at least keep my counter spells. Well, until we look at their hand. Might as well keep that. Give me my Kaya. Give me 2 life. I'm at 4 life and I don't know how I got that low. I didn't see myself taking that much damage. Oh, he attacked me that turn and not Teferi. Okay, never mind. Guess in my mind they were just attacking Teferi the entire time. We know what's in their hands, so we know they're not drawing anything here that matters. Yeah, opponent could have conceded a while ago, I think, but they're going to have counter spells post board, and that's going to be a problem. So we're going to want these. We're going to want this. I think I'm going to want this. Might not want these cries at all. Don't think I can keep that. Or that. Or this, really, but I'm not going to get rid of it. Before the Explorer goes off, that way, in case they hit 2 spells, they can't keep it alive. And they're keeping a Wild Growth Walker. Not something that you often see in a spot like that. We didn't sideboard this out. Kind of odd to me as well. That card's cool. That card's cool AF. If they kept this, that means they might have had a Jade Light Ranger in their hand. Neat. They play their creature pre-combat, they get to deal more damage. Because of the Explorer. Maybe they have a counter spell. I don't know. Oh. So they're going to have a 4/4 in the end? And it was Muldrifter again? Oh, they drew 3 lands that turn. The thing's just a 2/1. I guess I'm going to try to ignore it for a little while. So that was kind of good for me. It's technically the other land that they played. I messed that up. Oof. Does this one counter target activated ability or copy a token? So they kept that. If I keep that and take it up, it doesn't really do anything. If I take it down, it's a removal spell. 5 in a graveyard. Removal spell's probably good enough here, right? Maybe removal spell's not good enough here. Maybe I need to find a Chaos Ref. Especially when they have this and this coming. A Hostage Taker would be good here too, I guess. Alright, so let's see what land they played that turn. I wasn't paying attention. Alright, they played a forest. They played that. Oh no, they played the Hinterland Harbor. What the hell did I just look at when I saw the forest? Now, this doesn't actually counterspell spells, does it? It's just, yeah, triggered abilities. That means they had to have drawn a counterspell, right? Do you play this when you have this much power without a counterspell? Answers that question. If I'm worried about triggered abilities, I should probably be using the Chemist's Insights instead of the Ascantas. Quasi-duplicate. Probably put it in their graveyard. Yep. It's a good combo. Yeah, they got some stuff going on over there. I'm gonna play this even though I think they're just gonna kill it. But I need to get those cards out of their hands at some point, and I value activations from Azcanta and saving a little life total. Oh wow, maybe they're not gonna kill it. That's neat. I was expecting them to like be able to make tokens and pump both of their guys to kill it. Create a copy of a target creature you control. So I can kill 2 creatures like this, but if they have... I don't know, does that work? I'm looking this up on the Gather. I don't know if it keeps last known information or not. Eh. No, actually. They have another creature they can kill Teferi, right? I wonder if I'm supposed to try to... They kill Teferi if they have another creature either way, though. Because the copy would have pumped, plus the other creature would have pumped, so they would have had 2 things dealing over 5 power. So I don't know what I was thinking about. It was just right to kill it no matter what. It's kind of weird, because, like, obviously this is better. Like, the Search for Azcanta is better. I would have quasi-duplicated the other one. Okay, opponent's done. Opponent should be done here, though. Unless they have Carnage Tyrants. Which is why I brought that Eldest Reborn in. Alright, do we pity chest or not? I think we would have already had the pity chest locked up if not for me playing slow because of the stream. Because I'm a fairly fast player. I don't actually think enough when I play. good and bad Tenacious, depending upon what you like. There's the top end on like the quantity of players is significantly smaller on MTGO now, but it's mostly people that are grinders, so it's significantly harder to do better. I can't comment on like modern or anything because I only play standard, but like standard competitive standard leagues are pretty difficult right now. Alright, so I don't care about this, I don't care about this. I guess I only care about this. So if you just want, sometimes the queues, especially late at night, are kind of long. But I think it's better testing and I think it's better competition. But that's just my personal opinion. That doesn't mean that that's right. I don't know why I'm killing this now. I just want to press F6. I need to pee really bad, so I'm kind of hoping we fly through this league or this last round. I don't really want to go on break, but we may have to. We having some issues at the moment. We're about to wet ourselves. No, Tristani, no. We don't care about the Tristani. I can, but like people watch this on YouTube and stuff. It kind of just breaks the momentum a little bit. I went ahead and killed them then so they couldn't use it to convoke like a march or something. I think I would rather just do this to see what's in their hand and get this Assassin's Trophy out of it potentially before... Oh, well... That idea. Before I cast a fairy is what I was trying to say. Not played a land yet this turn, so... see if we hit a land. There's something in my eye, too. No! Yeah, I'm probably going to have to go whenever we get to sideboarding. Just pass here, I guess. I guess that's not right to pass, is it? Because we could just hit the land, so... Yep, made the wise choice. They'll probably Assassin's Trophy my Kai now. Or they just don't want to play no more. That's fine too. Alright, don't know 100% what they're playing. They're obviously like playing some kind of brew. It's a tokenish brew, it looked like. I guess we'll start with those. Get rid of a little bit of our spot removal. Oh crap, I forgot. I shouldn't have submitted. I'm gonna go pee. I'll be back. I have returned to an acceptable but not fantastic hand, and my eyes burning ridiculously bad. Oh god, stop it. FYI, playing a Glacial Fortress there is very bad, because there's nothing in the deck that I'm going to need that wide on next mana. Though if we drone like a basic Plains, we wouldn't have been able to cast Kai's Wrath, and there's potential spots that we would have wanted to cast Kai's Wrath there. So that was a very, very bad play by me. Ended up not mattering, but it was still incorrect. And if you notice, I do it a lot. Odd to me that they wouldn't have went ahead and made that a 4/4. Because they know we have a Mortify, so they know they can't now. But maybe they're just wanting to tap me out on my turn for something. Like maybe they already have another Growth Chamber in their hand and they're wanting to tap me out so they can resolve in a Johnny or something. That would make sense. Similarly, they were specifically trying to get this out of my hand, I guess. Whatever. I should have untapped my mana and at least represented Fungal Infection. Fungal Infection is a reasonable card, but I'm too lazy to untap. And I misclicked on the first one. That's why you saw that weird pause there. Alright. Well, I don't want them to draw a million cards, so even if they killed the Teferi, I think it's worth it to tuck that. Alright, well, opponents just had 3 of them. There's not a lot I can do about that. We sideboarded 1 out too because I've not saw an enchantment in forever. I don't really care about any of those, so... And they have this to be able to get their Blighted back. They're just not in good shape anymore. Makes them kill a land. I think it's worth it. We're in bad shape now, but we can't beat this if we just ignore it, so... There's no reason to tuck that one because we know there's another one in their hand now. Interesting. So go ahead and do this. Obviously, they're going to have some kind of removal spell here. But they would be able to do it during my next upkeep anyway, so I need to draw my cards while I can. Don't need you. I think we're going to lose this game. It's not looking good. I have to reapproach how I sideboard it too. I thought they were going to be a token deck because we saw the Tristani, but it's looking now like Tristani's just in their deck for an amount of value. I think I have to draw a counterspell before I can play that one. Interestingly enough, we're still deeper in our deck than they are. Unfortunately, I don't know if I can beat that. Oh, it's looking bad. Especially now that they have this, they still have this. They have Mortifies, which make this less good. Short. Probably just gonna have to play this Teferi and take it up. Even though I wanted to wait for an Absorb, but we're 30 cards into our deck and we've not found the Absorb yet, so. They say something about beggars can't be choosers. Just feels like if we wait too many more turns, the game's over. Trying to get a little lucky. I have another answer. Well, at least our counterspell wouldn't have mattered. We don't have enough mana here. To do anything. I don't know why I didn't untap things. I was just pressing buttons. I don't have anything, but they don't need to know that. Need to extend this game as long as possible. I've already gone through 3 Teferis. I don't expect to be able to win it, but I need to know what's in their deck to try to help me for sideboarding on the next game. They've now officially caught us in cards. We know they have a mortify. That's fine. Just hoping they'll show me something. I know we can't win. Based on what I currently see, I might be willing to bring in Thief of Sanity. Karn? Hmm. Boo dress. Well, I'm dead next turn. I have no out. So I doubt they're going to show me anything, but maybe they will. Alright, we're dead. Alright, well, how do we sideboard versus what we see? Don't think we need these at all now. I think this card's significantly more reasonable than I thought it was before. Kaya's Wrath. Wrath, or sorry, not Kaya's Wrath, but just Kaya. How do I feel about Kaya? I don't think I want this either. I think these are okay for sure. I think these may be okay. I think these may be okay. Uh, maybe they're just not. Yeah, 6 discard spells might be enough to stop the Bloods. The Bloods seem like the only relevant thing. Gotta keep the Wraths though, because that type of deck can get an aggressive draw. Yep, this is a keep. Alright, FIFA Sanity or Bust game. Yes, I still know they have that Seraph. I'm hoping to get an answer from it from their deck. I get one attack. Don't draw your answer, please. They sideboarded in Harpooner. Saw nothing from the previous games to make me think they would have Harpooner. That is a bit of a tilt. I can't even really go get a Karn because I left the other Karn. Potentially could have punted this a game away with my play. Maybe not if they don't have anything, but... Ooh. Alright, I think I have to play them now. I can hide that, but I can target them with this to start. Alright, well, we're definitely taking the 2 Karns. Don't want you. Oh, I should have cast a Gala Shrine. That was a play mistake. The stupid art. I thought it was a waste, even though wastes aren't in standard. Okay, I drew a card I consider irrelevant. Good for me. That's pretty good for me too. If we fade one more turn, we should be okay. Assuming we, draw one of our things at some point. That's one of our things. That's the very things that we were talking about. Things. Things and stuffs. Yeah, take 4. They're not getting to play Magic, which sucks for them. Yeah, well, we'll probably contempt it this turn. I don't know why they shocked and then didn't play anything. Were they just gonna... I guess their plan there was just to have a contempt up in case we hit our thing. I think I'm supposed to allow that too. Especially when we have this other contempt already in our hand. Still have 2 removal spells for the Thief of Sanity, so I think I'm going to cast the Chemist's Insight first to draw a bunch. And then decide, based on this turn, what they do. Let's see what we draw before we decide whether we care about that or not. We draw a Kyle's Wrath, we don't care about it. I guess I have to care about it then. I don't really want to care about it, but... We're never going to be able to protect this now, so now I'm just going to jam it. We know they already have an answer for it. We know they already have an answer for this. But that means they're not playing spells on their turn if they're answering them. I don't watch the Lakers anymore. LeBron James isn't playing. He's setting for the rest of the season, so... So, no Magic for me. Or, sorry, no for me. Had to yell at your parents for a bit? That doesn't sound fun. But no, I'm not playing anymore after this. I guess I'm supposed to play this. I don't know. Nothing happened. He's just taking a rest, shooting his movie or whatever, focusing. Because it doesn't really leave them enough mana for this and this. So they have to, like, choose now. I was debating on whether I should inside or not. They have an untapped mana. Okay, they had a cast down, so we know their last card's Mortify. They can't make the playoffs, so he's old. They don't want him to get tired, I guess. Or they want to give him the best break that they can. Makes me sad, but they don't currently have anything that can kill this, so I think it's the right time to go ahead and play it. And but because there's duresses in their deck, I'm going to go ahead and play this too. We might need a FIFA Sandy to win the game later. We know there's a Mortify in their hand. This game is extraordinarily close, especially considering they missed 100 land drops. I think if they'd hit their 4th mana on curve, or maybe even the turn after curve, we would have just lost. Maybe not the turn after curve, but... Didn't I have a second Chemisters? I didn't realize I'd used my second Chemisters already. Whatever card they have costs black mana, or costs mana. They have something to play, I think. Maybe they're thinking about using this. Nope, they tapped it for mana. Ooh, that's a good one here. So you get to get a creature card back. They get to get the big Tristani back, which is nice. We'll need to fade a few more turns. They cast Tristani this turn, that means the Teferi is going to still be alive. If they don't kill the Teferi, we still have the search. Either way, we have something good at the end of this turn. Need to find our counterspell. Whoops. Tried to tap too many. We desperately need a counterspell before they kill this. There's only one left in our deck, I think. Did I sideboard out the other negate? Oh no, I brought in both negate. Nope, I did sideboard out the negate. Any order's fine. Okay, they can. Okay, they're done. I actually wasn't going to counterspell that Bloodfest. I was going to let them draw some cards and use the Mortify on it and save the Absorb for whatever spell tried to kill the Teferi. So, well, the problem was I was just worried about there's only one hard counterspell left in our deck, and they're a deck that's playing Contempts, Assassin's Trophies, plus Plague Crafters. And there's only 18 cards left in my deck, so I actually have to get a Teferi to 8, ultimate it, and have another Teferi to loop from here. Like, I'm not going to win by damage, I can only win by a Teferi lock. So I was running out of time to ultimate the first Teferi. But assuming they had found a way to kill this Teferi, then there's only 18 cards left in our deck for us to find a Teferi, find the protection for the Teferi, get it all the way to 8. But we got our pity trophy, and I think we would have 4-1 today if I wasn't streaming. The match that I timed out in kind of sucked. Like we were probably going to win that game had I played properly. I actually think I pretty sad about it, to be honest. But anyway, that's going to do it for me today. I'm going to go flush my eye out, try to stop it from burning. But take care. Thanks for coming by, everybody. And I'm going to try to actually get videos up on YouTube. I'm pretty far behind. But see y'all.